Flamingo over Votkinsk Machine Building, how Ukraine is disrupting Russia's missile industry. On the night of February 20 to 21, 2026, the Russian rear suddenly lost its silence. Deep inside the country, where factory floors usually hum instead of sirens, explosions rocked Udmurtia, followed by a rising plume of heavy black smoke. Videos from local social media groups quickly went viral. Fire, smoke, and frantic whispers of, "Again, it hit, somewhere at the plant." We are talking about the Votkinsk Machine Building Plant, one of the most critical hubs of Russian missile production. The General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine stated that the facility was struck by Ukrainian FP-5 Flamingo cruise missiles. A fire was recorded on the plant's territory, with the full extent of the damage still being assessed. Votkinsk is located approximately 1,400 kilometers from Ukraine. A strike of this magnitude is a clear signal of Ukraine's growing long-range capabilities. Why Votkinsk matters. This factory is not just another defense contractor. According to open sources and Ukrainian statements, the enterprise is involved in the production or assembly and component supply of several key missile systems, including the RS-24 Yars, the naval-launched Bulava, components for the Iskander-M, and parts for the Kinzhal and Oreshnik missiles. Therefore, the key word here is not just strike, but the strategic nature of the target. This was not an attack on a simple warehouse, but on a vital link in a production chain where time, equipment, labor, and logistics are transformed into mass-produced weaponry. Russian official reports in the early hours were cautious. Regional authorities acknowledged an attack and some damage without naming the facility directly. Meanwhile, independent OSINT communities and unofficial Telegram channels worked to geolocate the footage to the Votkinsk industrial zone. The AP, citing a local official, reported 11 injuries, 3 of whom were hospitalized. What remains to be fully verified by independent sources is the extent of the production halt. The Ukrainian General Staff explicitly noted that results are being clarified. In such scenarios, a fire on the territory does not always mean a factory has stopped entirely, but it's far from a minor incident. Modern industrial lines are highly sensitive to damage affecting power supplies, precision machinery, component warehouses, and logistics. The name Flamingo sounds almost ironic, light, avian, even civilian, but in this context it serves as a marker of evolution. If Ukraine publicly announces its own long-range strike assets, it changes the entire narrative of the war. 3 consequences are evident even without access to classified reports. 1. Psychological effect on the Russian rear. Far away no longer means safe. 2. Operational pressure on production hubs. Even partial disruptions force Russia to reallocate security, air defense, and repair resources. 3. Political signal ahead of diplomatic rounds. The ability to strike the military-industrial complex provides leverage in negotiations, even if the diplomatic climate doesn't change instantly. Reports also mentioned a strike on a gas processing facility in Samara region. Reuters and AP cited this as a parallel episode in the same wave of attacks. Meanwhile, the war continued on both sides. That same night, Russia launched over 120 drones and 1 missile at Ukraine, causing damage in several locations. The story of this Ukrainian strike does not yet have a final period. Until independent verification confirms the exact scale of the damage, it is most accurate to state the following. On the night of February 20th to 21, 2026, Ukraine claimed an FP-5 Flamingo strike on a key Russian missile plant in Votkinsk. Reports of fire and casualties have emerged. The significance of this event lies in the reach and the choice of a target at the heart of Russia's missile industry. This strike demonstrates that Ukraine is acquiring strategic operational capabilities, and Russia will pay a heavy price for the crimes it commits in Ukraine. Thank you for watching. Support the struggle for freedom, truth, and justice. Glory to Ukraine.